Thank you so much. And now I'm going to set up you as on this one, so it looks. We only do it once the guest shows up. And then I will talk to you. Just give me a minute or so. Okay.
I think this is really distracting. Right here.
1 second. Which one?
This light coming in.
Yeah.
But there's nothing I can do about it.
That's okay. Is there nothing can be changed? Is it desktop you're sitting or is it laptop?
I can move it just a little bit, but I can't move it out with no window unless I completely move to a different setting, and we'd have to arrange for a different time.
Understood. No, not a big deal. You're looking good. I just want to let you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We are done. And I have your, okay. Emily, can you type in a private chat your website, please?
Mm-hmm.
Traction for growth. I love the branding.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Let me save this. And now I'm just checking your website. You make sure, you know, it looks what I expect. We are on time. There's nothing, it's not delayed thing because this is all part of this before we go live.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay. Get more of what you want from your business. Real simple results, free 90 minutes overview. I love it.
Yes.
Great website. People issues, lack of control, not enough profits, no growth, loss of direction, nothing is working. I love it.
We all kind of deal with the same 6 frustrations in business. They're kind of universal.
Yeah, universal. So Emily, help me out. How do you pronounce your last name?
Sure, it's Ransone. Just ran as in like you're running, and then sun as in like the sun outside.
Okay, Ransone. That's easy.
Yep.
You are a good teacher. I can tell you for sure. Okay. So I love your website. I'm going to ask a few questions before we go live, and we'll only have a minute or so to cover a number of questions, maybe 2 minutes maximum. Okay. And some questions will be financial, some may not be, because you are on a growth hacking secret show that we would just want to know which level of growth you have achieved in your business. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
What you do for clients?
I help them get more of what they want from their business.
Okay.
That's traction for growth. The other is an office furniture business, a direct-to-consumer office furniture business. But I assume we're focusing on the consulting today.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, furniture thing is a little different. And the second, how many active clients you have right now?
15.
15? And if we have to send you a client, how much you charge them? Approximately range, give me the range.
5,000 per session day.
Per session day. I remember this now it's helping me to recall everything.
It's on an annual basis. You can usually calculate about a $25,000 to $30,000 budget for the year.
Okay, excellent. And you have seen all my questions?
Yes, I have. Just this morning, unfortunately, I didn't get them yesterday.
It's all good. You have seen it. There are 2 questions I need to know the answer, which is 1 second. How young are you?
47.
47. This is good. And the second, the impactful book you have read?
Yes, it's Traction for Growth.
Traction for
the book that is based on the whole EOS tools and disciplines. So this started it all.
Oh, okay, very good.
So it's called Traction, and it's by Gino Wickman.
Yeah, so you are really implementing this traction for growth. Excellent.
Yeah, so that's how I got my name.
Yeah. So Emily, I'm ready for the going live. My team is watching whole recording, and we will talk at the end, see how it goes. And I'm sure it will be wonderful because traction for growth. And you hit, when I look at your 6 pain points you put on your website, somebody read it like me. I say, oh man, that's me, that's me, that's me. That's what that really means. You hit it so hard, you know?
Good.
Yeah, this is good. And we will talk after the interview if time left. If not, then we will have follow-up call. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready to go live unless you have any question for me.
No, I'm all set.
Okay, wonderful. Let's go. I bring you in a moment. Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I'm your host, Mohammed Siddique from Atlanta, Georgia, and the co-author of New Success Secrets, available on Amazon. On this episode, we have a special guest, Emily Ransone. Emily is an author, founder, and a partner. Please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Emily Ransone. Emily, welcome.
Hi, Mohammed. I'm delighted to be here with you today.
You are welcome to call me Siddique if you like to. Let me start with this.
Siddique, I like it.
Where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
So it's just a series of steps, one foot in front of the other. There was no lightning bolt. There was no magic pill. It was just a series of steps over, a 25-year career that led me to where I am today.
What are the top 3 mistakes to avoid when it's come to growing your business?
One is making sure that you get the right people in the right seats. So people problems are like a cancer to any business, no matter what size, no matter what industry. And so the sooner that you tackle your people problems, the sooner that everything else about running your business is going to get easier. So that's the first. The second, I have found throughout my career, the more that you can stop and listen, the better that things will end up working out for you. It's such a simple, easy trick, and yet the hardest thing for us humans to do. The third is emotional intelligence. And a lot of people think this is something you're just born with. Not so. You can actually teach yourself emotional intelligence behaviors. And I actually teach a workshop that helps develop that called Social Styles. And the reason why this is so important is that it's like reading a room. If you can't understand who you're talking to, then you're not going to get the most out of that exchange. So it has to start with your own self-awareness and then awareness of others. That's true emotional intelligence. And frankly, it's your superpower.
And give us one more mistakes to avoid.
You want a fourth? Okay. So I think the other one is observe 5 rules of every good meeting. So if you show up late, if you end the meeting late, if you don't have an agenda, if you don't have a consistent date and time, those are the 5 rules of every good meeting. You're basically eroding trust with anyone else you're meeting with. And so those 5 rules really start the foundation of building trust, either internally with your team or with your clients.
What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
Well, I think that last nugget that I gave you about the 5 rules of every great meeting being the foundation of building trust is so paramount because I learned it myself the hard way. I actually showed up to a quarterly review with my boss late. And, in school, you kind of joke around the dog ate my homework. Well, there's no hall passes in business. I could have easily gotten more than just the stern talking to and the hand slap that day. I could have lost my job. And so luckily that was very early in my career where I was able to take that, turn it around and learn from it. And it was quite foundational to my professionalism, really understanding, again, about the basis of building trust. So it's do what you say you're going to do, or at least come back and renegotiate the deal.
What are your top 3 success secrets that others can model from?
Well, I think those definitely come from the mistakes that I made, or the 3 things to avoid. So, one of them is certainly making sure that you're creating that self-awareness and awareness of others that I just spoke about. So emotional intelligence is absolutely paramount in business. I've seen it be the barometer of success and failure, because even executives at the highest level in an organization, if they're not able to read the room, if they're not able to understand how to get the most out of an exchange, whether it's with an employee or a client, that's going to ultimately lead to business failure. So that is my number 1 secret that I can share. And again, I reinforce it through a workshop that I teach called Social Styles, where you learn the 4 main styles that are out there, behaviors. And so you figure out what yours is through a very simple self-assessment. And it also teaches you the skills to be able to see and read others as well. And so I feel like this is, such a chance to make a difference in the world. I do this for free with nonprofits because I truly feel like it's the one area we can make a difference in the world. So that's my number 1. My number 2 is definitely making sure that you show up on time. It's so basic. It is so basic, but make sure that you come ready. Practice, be prepared, no matter what it is. Even if it's a simple meeting where you're having a one-on-one with an employee, come prepared. That shows respect. That shows that you care enough about that employee to put your best forward. And so, that's my number 2 secret. And then my number 3 would certainly be making sure that you understand from minute 1 how to treat people. And when I say treat people, treat them with the absolute fairness and equality that we all deserve. No favoritism, right? And that means even if you aren't running a business, it's the same thing. There's dynamics within teams and those sorts of things. But at the root of healthy, dynamic, cross-functional teams is that trust. And you can't have trust if you don't have the basis of equality, fairness, and respect. So those are my 3 success secrets.
Wonderful. We are about to move into lightning round. That means a quick question, a quick answer. Are you ready?
Yes.
What are you grateful for today?
The abundance mentality that is around America at this time. It just feels like it's almost a reopening or rebirth, and that there's a level of excitement, engagement that, obviously, over the past year with the pandemic, it's so refreshing. So I'm very excited about that.
How young are you?
47.
Emily, you are not 47. You are 18 years old with 29 years experience.
I love that. I love that. Because age is all in your head anyway, right? It's all state of mind.
What you want to do when you grow up?
Well, I'm very proud to say I'm doing it. So I'm enjoying a very multifaceted career between running a startup that's a direct-to-consumer model in the office furniture space, to being a published author, Growth Junkies Unite. I'm very excited about that. And then also being a business coach, using the entrepreneurial operating system as the platform for helping business owners and leaders get more of what they want from their business. I love life. I'm having so much fun. I'm at my best every single day. So I feel very, very blessed and grateful, going back to your previous question.
How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
Abundance mentality. This too shall pass. It's those little tapes that run in our brains, and you can either listen to the lizard brain that wants to tear you down, or you can build a system of beliefs and like these pre-programmed tapes that I'm talking about that can help you through those tough and sticky situations or the challenges that life throws at you. So again, abundance mentality, and really just, it's all in the wiring of your brain, and you have the power to control that.
How do you start your day?
Well, I should say I start with my day with meditation and prayer, but that's not always the case. Sometimes you got to hit the floor and hit the ground running. So it just depends on every day. I'm not someone that does well in routine. So for me, every day is different. And what that requires is pre-planning the day before. So I have to make sure that, again, I'm at my best, which requires planning and practice and those sorts of tools that I mentioned earlier. So I start my day making sure that I'm at my best by preparing the day before.
What is the advice you will give to a younger yourself?
Lighten up. It's going to be okay. Even in the most stressful times, you'll be all right. You know, it's this too shall pass, the same phrase I used earlier, but it's so true. You know, in the moment, those things can feel so heavy. And yet when you get past it and get the lens of distance from it, life becomes so beautiful and so sweet. And those are the prime moments where you start to learn more about yourself. So it's a gift. See it as a gift in the moment. And you'll be okay.
Once you have a revenue-generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
Well, luckily I don't have to. So he and I keep our business lives pretty separate. And so who I have to convince are my two business partners. And luckily we're like, at this point, after being in business for so many years, like a Vulcan mind melt. Literally, we just kind of get each other. And so we'll each throw out different ideas, and then we'll kind of discuss them and make sure that we're kind of bubbling down to what makes sense in terms of the right plan. So some of the ideas get thrown out and some of them we act on, and we figure it out as a threesome. So we're a team.
What is the impactful book you have read and what did you learn from it? Can I see the cover, please?
Yes. So Traction. This is the book that is so foundational to my success in business that I'm now teaching the principles from this book to other business leaders. We call ourselves EOS implementers. And this is written by Gino Wickman. He is an absolute genius. So I wanted to kind of share this book, Traction, because it is truly for small, medium businesses out there, no matter what industry, it's kind of the Bible for how to run your business and really get more of what you want. So it's truly made the most impact in my life. I've run a business without EOS and I've run a business on EOS, and there's a night and day difference. And so now I get the chance to teach others how to get more of what they want.
And you have an active relationship with the book author?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
You have an active relationship with the book author?
I still couldn't hear you.
You have a relationship with the author of the book?
Of course, yes. He attends our quarterly EOS implementer meetings, and he's actually an EOS implementer, not only been the visionary of our community, but also is an active EOS implementer because he really believes in what we do. So he has an active client base.
I like to interview him on my show. Could you please make an introduction?
Sure.
Thank you. I understand you are author of a book yourself. Can I see your book, please? And why someone should read it, what they will learn from it.
So my book is called Growth Junkies Unite, and it's a simple yet very effective guide to help invigorate your growth journey. And the reason why I wrote it is that all of us, no matter where we are in our career, we go through those low points, we go through challenges. And this is just a quick guide with lots of bullet points, because frankly, a lot of us don't have a lot of time to read a big tome. And so this is meant to just be some quick hit ideas that you can read at any time. And it's divided into 3 sections. The first being about accountability, right? And the importance of that. The second being about emotional intelligence, because I'm such a guru about this. And then the last being about servant leadership, really making a difference here on our planet. And then there's also a companion toolkit that's free. And it's all my source material over my 25 plus year career of how I pulled all this together and been self-taught. The internet is amazing these days. You can get anything out there, but how do you synthesize it down? If you look at the word growth and you Google anything, you're going to get a million hits. So this is a way to synthesize it down into something easy and fast.
Why being impactful is important to you?
I think we're all here on this earth to make a difference in each other's lives and for our planet. And if your purpose is not connected to that kind of impact, then you're basically a ship without a rudder. There's so much meaning in creating that impact. You just have to find what resonates for you. And I think the best way to do that is do something different. Read Seth Godin's Purple Cow. It's a great book that talks about this, and it's really the basis of making an impact, figuring out what makes you unique and special.
Who is your living mentor and what's the impact?
I would say my mom, interestingly enough, she and I are very different. And yet over the years, she has been my true North Star. And, you know, when you go through those times of struggle and challenge, you've got to have your board of advisors, the people that you go to as a sounding board and for support. And she has had the biggest impact on my life. When I look to all the positive things that have happened for me over my life, she has been the one constant and has been kind of that guiding light.
What do you want to be remembered for?
Ooh, that's so heavy, right? It's like, what do you want your epitaph to read, right? So, you know, again, I would say that even on a small person-to-person human level, that I made a difference for the people that I chose to surround myself with on this planet.
Who is the ideal client? Who is your ideal client?
Right. So if we're talking about the business coaching practice, it would certainly be small, medium business, family-owned businesses too, as employee size of say 10 to 250 that are growth-minded, they're hungry, and they're willing to be open and honest about what's going on with their business.
How can we support you?
You just did. This is it. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this opportunity. So it's nice to meet you, Siddique.
We are about to wrap up. I'd like to have you a few words about your today's guest experience on the show. Here is my question. What would you say about your today's guest experience on the show?
Well, it's fun. You know, I mean, people love to talk about themselves. So this was really fun and I appreciate the opportunity. So thank you very much. It's very professional. You have this dialed. Obviously, this is not your first rodeo. And thank you for being so well planned and organized. It made it very easy.
What would you say as the final word?
Gosh, I mean, in the words of Spock, go forth and prosper. You know, I mean, really, that's what we're here to do, is to be happy and prosper. And, you know, really, it's part of that abundance mindset. So I hope that leaves everyone today with a positive feeling coming out of this little interview.
Thank you so much, Emily, for sharing your wisdom with us today. On the behalf of Growth Hacking Secrets community and our entire team, we really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Until the next episode, all good wishes. Okay, Emily, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let me say this. You are not as good as you think. You are better.
You're kind. Thank you. Very kind.
I like to
that's good.
I like
because I haven't had my coffee yet. My sweetie just brought it in. So.
I'm short on my water in the morning. So
yeah.
I want to discuss with you two things.
Sure.
How many?
Two.
Yeah. The one, your furniture business. People, in case you want to grow that business, people who are in the market to kind of looking for furniture, we have a way of running an ad on TV, on smart TVs, like a CTV, OTT thing. You know, all the people who are watching Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime and all that stuff in your target market, who are searching on different forums. Hey, how about this? I'm thinking to buy this and blah, blah, blah. Those people will start seeing the TV ads for your furniture in your market area, wherever you're focusing on, anywhere in the world, does not matter. Okay. So we call it in the market. They will see the TV ad that will help you to get your brand to the next level. In case you want to grow that business, I have no idea right now. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. So I will check that out. Is there something on your website I should be looking for?
You and I will have a call together. That's a better way than checking the website. Website will not give you enough because this is so proprietary thing. We don't want to put too much on website.
Understood.
Understood. So if this is something interests you, we will schedule the call. Number one. Number two, for this year business consulting, we will have a separate call. Nothing common. I'm talking about that's why two. Okay. When we talk on a furniture call, we won't even talk to your business at all. Okay. Because there's nothing.
I know, I'm like a two-headed hydra. I have to keep things straight somehow. So yeah. Yes, two calls make sense.
Yeah, two calls make sense. The business consulting, if you're looking for more clients, I think the way you shared with me right now, this is our second call, I think, together. And I think we can probably help to get you more clients for that one.
Yeah, you had mentioned that on our pre-call, so
Yeah.
I'm definitely intrigued. You and I had kind of talked through a referral system and had agreed on some pricing, and so I'd love to pursue that. Okay, wonderful.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule a call right now. Let me see what day is available, and then we are done with this call, and it will be. Which one you want to schedule first? The furniture one or the consulting one?
Consulting, please.
Okay, wonderful. One second. Okay. It's coming up. Which day I should look for?
Wednesday looks good.
Next Wednesday, let me check. June 9th. What time? Afternoon. East Coast afternoon.
I can do 11 a.m. Sorry, I'll put it in East Coast time for you. So that would be 11 a.m. is your 2 p.m.
Okay, 1 second. I can do 2:35. 2:35.
Perfect.
Okay, 1 second. It will be 30 minutes together. We will be meeting on Zoom. And I have sent you the calendar notification with the Zoom link and everything. It's already in your email.
Great.
Okay, let's do one at a time. Once you're done with this and you still want to continue the conversation, we will have a follow-up call for furniture later if you ever want to do it. Okay.
I like it.
Thank you.
Sounds perfect.
Have a great day and looking forward to working with you. Thank you.
All right. See you next week.
Thank you. Okay, guys, we have no time for this because the next interview is ready. Time is there, so we really finish. अब आपने ये नोट कर लिया, मैं बोलने नहीं दूंगा आपको क्योंकि टाइम नहीं है. नोट कर लिया कि उसने फर्नीचर की बात की है. I picked up the thing right away. I only need to mention this one thing. You need to be listening so carefully when someone is talking in the interview. Okay, ये भी याद आ गया. इसका $multi-million का बिजनेस है वो फर्नीचर वाला. And we can make tens of thousands of dollars every month from that business alone. ये है पावर लिसनिंग की. आपको मैं ये पॉइंट आउट करना चाहता हूँ. बाकी जो भी सीखा है आपने वो सीखा है, अच्छी बात है. ठीक है. ओके.